Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I wanted to talk about images and shirk in general. There are two hadith I wanted to first start with. The first hadith is a story of when Jibreel alayhi salam was going to visit the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was prevented from visiting him. He was prevented from entering into his house. So Jibreel alayhi salam had said that I was prevented from entering your house simply because, keyword, simply because there are images on the curtains, there's an image on the door, there's also a dog in the house. And so he told Prophet ﷺ to remove all of these things. And the Prophet ﷺ, he removed those things. And so we should take this example and we should follow his footsteps. There's another hadith where Prophet ﷺ had entered into the Kaaba, and there were images of Ibrahim alayhi salam and Maryam on the walls or inside the Kaaba. And Prophet ﷺ said, "What's the matter with them?" Referring to Quraysh, the people who put the images up. What's the matter with them? They've already heard that angels don't enter into houses in which there are images. And this is an image of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So this is a clear example for us that the Ummah had known about, the Ummah at that time had known about angels not being able to enter into houses and how images should not be kept inside the house. And there should be no images, of course. There's other narrations we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had instructed Ali radiallahu anh to remove all images and to level the graves. And he instructed him with this. And as an ummah, we should consider that if we want to have the help and success of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to remove all forms of shirk and also remove these images as well because they are forms of shirk. Consider how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had sent Jibreel alayhi salam to bring down the Quran to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This Quran is a rahmah and a blessing, and the Ummah was prevented from, and Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was prevented from obtaining this and getting this rahmah and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala simply because there were images. Now, how can you expect to be successful or have the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without His rahmah or without His blessings? So, once you consider these ahadith, once you consider the facts, we can't expect help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or success from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unless it's from Him and His blessings and His rahmah. Now, there's a brother from Pakistan. His name is Muhammad Qasim. He's had dreams where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told him to remove all forms of shirk. And He's also told him this world has never been filled with as much shirk as there is today. And this is true. If you go into many buildings or even our homes, if you look into the homes, you find images on many things, on clothing, on towels, on carpets, on curtains, as decoration, on food products, on the containers like milk or juices, or on other kind of food packets. There's also cosmetics like shampoos, lotions, conditioner, other things in our houses as well. But outside of the house, there's things like in the streets, murals, statues, billboards, these other kind of advertising things. And this is maybe in the name of advertising, they say, or art or culture. But these are images at the end of the day, which are not necessary. There's only a few cases where they're necessary, but we spoke about this in a previous video where we went over the modern forms of shirk and how we can remove them. But just trying to highlight that images are present everywhere. And this true dream, I mean, this is a true dream. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sends true dreams to whoever He wishes, but we know from the hadith that the truest dreams are from the truest of people. And um, this is especially true today that shirk is present everywhere. And you find images in many places. And these are all forms of shirk. And in true dreams from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the purpose for them, there's many purposes, but mainly it's supposed to be glad tidings for people. Um, and those glad tidings can be something that pleases people, maybe something to come that will keep them steadfast. Maybe they're in a hardship, but Allah shows some good dreams and that keep them steadfast on their deen. And there are other kinds of dreams, like warning dreams. Maybe someone is not doing something correctly and they see in a dream that they're not doing it correctly, and it's made clear to them that they're not doing it correctly. So then from that dream, Allah has assisted that person, has helped that person to be corrected and uh, not make that mistake. Or there are other dreams, which are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where we see we're ordered to do an extra good deed, um, like pray an extra, pray Qiyamul Layl if we're not doing that, so that it will be beneficial for us. And so these are all good dreams from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Muhammad Qasim has also had other dreams where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told him that this ummah will not be successful and it will not get the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until it removes all forms of shirk. And as an ummah, this is something we should consider as a warning, as a good dream, as a glad tiding, because we're in a state of darkness. We need the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need success from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how can we expect success and help except from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Except from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings and His rahmah. But now, what's preventing these blessings and this rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It's images is one form of them, and of course shirk as in general, but images which is present everywhere. The Quran is a rahmah. The Quran is a blessing. And Jibreel was tasked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bring down the Quran to Prophet Muhammad. But this rahmah, this blessing, was prevented from reaching Prophet Muhammad, who is Rasulullah. And that was simply because, according to Jibreel, the wording he said is simply because images are present. So we should really consider this, and these ahadith are very applicable to today. And this brother Muhammad Qasim has been having not just these dreams, and mentioned these dreams, how they're true dreams in a previous video. You can watch that. But he's have been having many dreams how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered him to remove all forms of shirk, and he's also been ordered by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to spread these dreams, and how that the ummah will not be successful until they remove all these forms of shirk. And so we should be taking heed to this and consider this last point I'll mention, inshallah. Many people on Laylatul Qadr, they make dua and they ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, if there are images present in the house, how can they expect to get that rahmah and that blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when the angels are prevented from bringing it down to them? سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.